Hi, I'm Wayne and welcome to Bassador Woodworking. Today's project is shop infrastructure related, specifically addressing this problem here. One of the main issues is since I set this whole thing up, I have not used this drill press a single time. And it's mostly because it's completely inaccessible tucked into this little space here. So this would be much better served elsewhere in the shop. One issue concerns the organization of these drawers and these rolling tool chests. I don't really like rolling tool chests for exactly that reason. Drawers tend to become places where everything can get piled in and become disorganized. So yes, all my wrenches are in here, but it still takes me too long to find the wrench that I want because I have so many wrenches in here, and there's only so many wrench organizers you can fit in a single drawer. I have drivers and bits in this one, and this is almost completely useless because by the time I would find the bit or the driver I want in here, I could just use a socket set or grab the actual screwdriver out of one of the racks. So this drawer hasn't been opened since I set it up. This has all adhesives and stuff, which really should be kept in the heated cabinet. And this has almost nothing in it of importance. It's old nuts, bolts, hardware to different tools in the shop. So that can go elsewhere. And this is just a giant stack of drills. So I want to have it so that these are more readily available so that I'm not digging through a giant drawer of corded drills anytime I need one. It makes it so that I don't use them as often and I end up overtaxing some of the cordless tools I have because I don't want to take the 30 seconds to find the correct drill in this drawer. With moving the drill press, that then opens up this space for me to build storage. I might even just do drill cubbies if I have enough wood. I'm doing this purely with scrap wood, so it really, however I can do it with scrap wood dictates what this is going to look like. I have this 3/4 inch piece of plywood. It has a bunch of concrete on it from mixing concrete, I assume, but this part is going to be facing the wall. I just need to be careful when I cut this to not hit the concrete with my saw blade. So I won't use my table saw for this because I don't want to destroy the blade on the table saw. I have a small little circular saw that has just a throwaway blade on it. That would likely be better for this. There was a bit of delamination on one end of the board, so I just cut that off. Now I'm ready to rip this down to its final width, which I believe is going to be just a tad under 13 and a half. Don't do this with good chisels, you'll really destroy them. This is just a cheap Harbor Freight one that I literally use only for this kind of purpose, so I'll just beat something out. That's a lot better. It's still not okay to put on a table saw or anything, but at least now I can lay it on its back and it won't wobble. That's all I was going for. I have the outside frame all cut down to final dimensions. I did a rabbet on each side of the back so that the sides would just slot right in. Now I need to decide where my shelves are going to be. I'll then cut dados in the sides. That way the boards just slide right in. I just have to put some glue and tack them. I think the top is going to have drills. So I'm going to put a top on it and then I will put some hang downs that the drills will slot into. I'll probably be able to do 2 racks of 2 and then maybe just a drawer on the bottom just to keep like chuck keys and stuff like that in. Here's what I have for corded drills in the shop. I only need to find storage for these 5. This one actually belongs to my father, so I'm not going to build a permanent storage place for it because then it will never make it back to him. So I'm going to build storage for these 5 drills in that cabinet. trying to work out how this is all going to fit together. Originally, I just planned on putting some T's hanging down, and that way the drills would just slot in. But when I do that, this is the biggest of the drills I have. So if I can accommodate this one, I know I can accommodate any of the others. But when I do this, it takes up nearly half of the space, and that's not going to really work. I could get 3 in here, but then there's no way I can hang the big 1/2-inch chuck ones. But I'm thinking if I make it so that they all kind of sit like this, I can use up less of the space. I just won't be able to do the traditional T hangs. So I've got to kind of figure that out. It might just be putting some rods through and having it so that they just kind of slot in and sit there. That might be the way to do it. Next, I'm going to use all these thin offcuts to make rods that go across the inside of here that will essentially become rungs that the different drills sit on. I think this would be my best bet moving forward. Putting T's down and stuff like that, it won't leave me enough space for all 5 drills. This will allow me to slot in whatever drills I have, and then as I get different drills or one dies and I buy a new one, I'll be able to slot it in without having to worry that my T's are the right size. So that actually worked really well. In putting the drills here, I plugged them all in to make sure they all worked, and it turns out that the 1/2-inch Harbor Freight drill did not work, so I'm just going to toss that one. And then my 4 drills can go across the top. I'll then put just a regular shelf here, and then I'll have a drawer in the bottom for all the accessories that go with these. All the drills fit nicely in the top compartment. I did some cable management with the power cords with some Velcro ties, and now I just need to build the bottom drawer to fit and cover my shelf cleats. The drawer fits nicely in its slot. I actually had to take it apart and put it back together again. I forgot to make a length cut on the back of it, so it ended up being about 1 inch too wide. So I took it all apart, cleaned it all up, put it back together after making the necessary cut. Now I just need to create the face to the drawer. So I'm going to have the drawer cover this whole space here, and then just create a handle for it. The only piece of wood I have that is large enough to make the face to the drawer is this old 2x10. So I'm going to cut this down. I have it cut down to 13 3/8, which is the width of the entire box. So now I just need to resaw this and square off the corners, cut it to 7 inches wide. Okay, I have my face all complete, so now I just need to put some glue on the edges that I'm going to be joining to, and then just a couple of tacks through it to hold it in place so that I can then create the handle and center it. the face is now on the drawer. I pulled the drawer out and I waxed all sides that touch wood. Since this drawer has no actual runners, it's just rubbing wood on wood. I just waxed the hell out of it so that it would slide nice and easily. So now I just need to make a little handle and then we're pretty much done. This is a good stopping point for now. The drills are accessible in the top and all of their accessories down in the drawer below. I still have to tackle some of the other drawers of the tool chest as well as this whole area here, but those will be projects for later videos. I still have to figure out how this whole thing is going to work within itself. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with new projects as they are released. And until next time, thank you.